Welcome to the Trading Post. On this channel, we're going to discuss option trading, stock trading. We'll go over how to pick the right firm to trade with, what is technical analysis, what is fundamental analysis, and most importantly, how to create a simple, repeatable process so that you can be successful week over week, month over month, year over year. This page is for anybody that's trading. Whether you're completely new to trading and you're trying to develop a process of your own and you're trying to learn how to utilize the tools and resources available, or if you're a seasoned trader that is always trying to grow and improve their process. We'll go over great topics here. We'll make sure to continually post videos. And our ask of you is comment, subscribe, send us messages, letting us know what questions you have about our videos or something that you saw in the video. What questions do you have for our next video? Because more than likely, if you're having this question, many others are too. So we would love to hear from you. We would love to understand what you want to see. And we want to make sure that we're doing the videos that are most impactful and valuable to you. With that said, today's video is going to be how to set up your layout once you've chosen the company and you open their trading platform. Now, there are so many companies to choose from, whether it's TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, E-Trade, Schwab, and so many more. You have to find the right company that works for your personality and what you're looking to do. For us, we've chosen to go with TD Ameritrade. And what we've done is we've created a TD Ameritrade account. We've put $1,000 in that account, and you will watch our journey as we grow it. We'll have some great days, we'll have some down days. Now, you're going to see that the account is more than $1,000 right now, but that's primarily because yesterday was our first day and we were going to create this video, and we just had a great trading day. Um, so here you go. This was our account. We started with 1,000, and this is again October 6th that we did this, and that is how much we made in one day. It's not always going to be like that. We're actually down a few hundred today, um, October 7th. But if you stick to a system, you should be able to have, consistent returns. And then occasionally you'll have a great day where you're able to make, you know, 80%, depending on how much you invested. Now, this investment actually is only based off of $300 worth of investments. We didn't invest the full 1,000 to make 800. We invested 300 of the 1,000 and we made 800. Now let's get back to the trading platform. So there's so many companies to choose from. Like we said, whether it's Charles Schwab, E-Trade, Fidelity, or TD Ameritrade, find the one that works for you. We've gone with TD Ameritrade. Now, when you open the account, you'll have immediate access to their active trading platform called ThinkorSwim. We recommend when using ThinkorSwim that you use it on a desktop or a laptop on an actual computer, because the screens on your phone and tablets are just too small, and the goal when you're trading is to trade based on as much information as possible, and a full size screen is going to give you more of that information and that detail, as you'll see later on. So once you have the account, we open ThinkorSwim. What we've done is we have reset this back to what it looks like when you open the account. Now, the reason this is important is because these platforms are built to give you as much information as possible. It's like drinking from a fire hose. And many times it can be intimidating and you don't know where to begin. So, first, we want to silence some of the noise and get rid of some of this information that we're just not going to need on a day to day basis. We'll start with Trader TV. Yes, it's a great resource, but Trader TV um, will cause a distraction. And sometimes it's happened to us. We'll hear something that might freeze us from our current strategy, and we miss out on an easy trade on gains. So we want to eliminate that. We want to control the information we get. So let's delete that. The next gadget we'll delete, these are called gadgets. TD Ameritrade calls them gadgets. E-Trade calls them widgets, I think. They're all slightly different, but this next gadget we're going to delete is the quick chart. The reason we're going to delete the quick chart is, again, we need information, and this chart is just too small to get a substantial information. When we're placing the trade, we're going to look at the chart on the big screen before we ever actually place the trade. So this is just redundancy. Next, we're going to add one gadget, and this is going to be Trade Flash. In a later video, we'll go over each of these gadgets, what they do and how they help. This is not a gadget that you're going to just stare at all day, but it's nice to, when certain information comes through that gadget, that you can see it with the Trade Flash pretty quickly. Now we have our watch list, and we like to alphabet we like it alphabetical because it's easier to there we go. We like alphabetical because it's easier to search and find what you're looking for. That brings me to our next point. When you're trading, so many new traders, they try to trade everything. There's thousands of different stocks to trade, and if you go into options, there's tens of thousands. So it's extremely important that you start to filter that down to a manageable amount. These are not all of the stocks we trade. We don't trade all of these positions. But some of this information, like the VIX, helps us make trade decisions on other positions, like the S&P 500 or the Spider. SPY. So some of this information is supporting information to help us make decisions. The goal is to get multiple points of agreement when we place a trade so that we can feel confident of the results. Now, I'm going to go over 4 areas that we'll focus on this platform. The first one's the chart. And so let me put something in there. This is a chart. We'll update the chart in just a moment. The second one is our trade ticket. This is where we'll go in to place trades to look at the different options available. The third one is the monitor. This is where we'll look at our account, how it's doing. And the fourth one is our watch list. Now, it's really important that you don't have to go in here and type your symbol every time you want to look up a position. So TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Schwab, Fidelity, they all have this linking feature where you're able to link the gadgets together. So this watch list has a 2 right here. We're going to make this a 2, and we're going to make this a 2. And you'll see if I click, right now it's highlighted on VXX, but if I just click SPY, this changes automatically. My trade changes automatically, though there was a delay. If I click on Netflix, this changes, this changes. It makes it a lot easier to toggle between positions to look, especially when you're looking at the volatility and the S&P 500. So next, let's update our chart. Our chart's going to be, for technical analysis, extremely important. And so we want to make sure we have the right information there so that we can see the story each position is trying to tell. Now, there are hundreds of studies you can use. The three studies that we will look at are the Bollinger Bands, the DMI, and the Relative Strength Index, or is known here on TD Ameritrade, the Relative Volatility Index. We're going to focus on those three studies. We don't want to put too many studies in our chart because then it can become too busy and too hard to read. So we've had great success with these. You can go in individually and add them if my mouse will act right. You can go in individually and add them, or here's a shortcut. Click Edit Studies right here, type in Bollinger Band, and it automatically adds to the chart. DMI adds it here. And then we said the relative or relative volatility index. If I said momentum, I do apologize. It's the relative volatility index. Now, this is a personal preference, but we like to put the relative volatility index right below the pricing chart. Now you'll see this volume line here. In a moment, we're going to clean that up because right now we have a little too much going on. So we're going to overlay the volume on top of the price chart so that we can see things a little bit easier and it cleans it up. So this is how our chart looks on an average day. Right now, this chart is a 1-year daily chart. So each of these ticks represent one day, and this is over a year. If we're doing active trading and we're trading more short term, we're going to use a lot of intraday charts, so your 1 minute, your 5 minute, your 15 minute, and so on. Now, we want to find a pattern, and we love the 1, 5, and 15-minute charts, but we want to go a little bit longer. So this is a personal preference for us. By no means do you have to do it, but we do a 15-minute, 15-day chart because it gives us just a little bit more information. I'll show you what I mean when it comes to that. So now the intraday, when we do the intraday chart, it's going to have these gray and black bars. And these gray and black sections represent when the market is open and when the market is closed. The gray represents the market, the trading that happens during the extended hours, which is 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the market is closed. So there's two sets. There's the early morning trading, and then there's the post-market trading. And that's what this represents. We like to have it here. It provides more information, but sometimes it can look a little busy and complicated. I'll give you an example. The 5-day chart starts to look a little complicated, but it's manageable. When we go to the 15-minute, 15-day chart, that's where it can look a little complicated. For that reason, you can simply go back to chart settings. This is where we did the volume overlay, but instead go to equities and uncheck show extended hours. When you apply that, now you just have your 9:30 to 4 p.m. trading hours that you can look at. And it looks a lot cleaner. Now, this is the 15-minute, 15-day chart, and we can see a little bit more of what's going on. This is the 5-minute chart, 5-minute, 5-day, and this is the 5-minute, 15-day chart. So we can see exactly what's happening, when it's happening. And these dotted lines, if you can see them, represent the day changing, this going from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, and so on. So this is how we set up our chart. We are by no means masters of ThinkorSwim or Active Trader Pro with Fidelity and E-Trade and Schwab, but we know how to set up a chart in a simple way to get the information we need. Remember, trading does not have to be complicated. It could be something that is easily done um, with a simple process. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe below. If there is more that you want to hear from us, send us a message and we'll be more than happy to create a video with that. Take care.